So today I will discuss with you the regression in very simple, in very smart, and in very easy way. And I hope after listening to this lecture, you will be able to conduct a regression model in your thesis. So the simple question is why you want to conduct a regression model in your thesis. Why you need to put a regression model in your thesis. There are three words, one, two, three. There are three words. If they are present in your research title, in your research objectives, and in your research hypothesis, then you should use regression. These three words are impact, effect, and influence. Impact, effect, influence. If effect, impact, influence, these words are used in your research title or either in your research objectives and in research hypothesis, you should go for the regression. So now it is clear. These three words. After this, we will explain that regression is of two types. Mainly of two types. There can be other types, but here in this video we will discuss only two types of regression. One is simple and second one is multiple. Simple, as the word tells you, simple means one independent variable and one dependent variable. In simple linear regression, you have one independent variable and you have one dependent variable, and you check the effect, impact, and influence of one independent variable upon dependent variable. In multiple linear regression, you have one dependent variable, but for one dependent variable, you have two independent variables, or three independent variables, or four independent variables. This is called multiple linear regression. And in multiple linear regression, you check the effect, impact, or influence of multiple independent variables upon one dependent variable. Now you have got 2 points. You have got 2 points. The first point is, if there are three words and they can be seen in your thesis, in your research title, you will conduct the regression. These words are effect, impact, and influence. And then you have two types of regressions. One is simple linear regression and the second one is multiple linear regression. In simple linear regression, you have one independent variable and one dependent variable. In multiple linear regression, you have two or three or four independent variables and one dependent variable. After doing this, the next thing is, when you show the simple linear regression or multiple linear regression on the graph, you have then x-axis and y-axis. On the graph you have x-axis and y-axis. The independent variable mostly conventionally we express on x-axis and call it x. Again, the independent variable conventionally we show it on x-axis, on horizontal axis, and we call it x, while the dependent variable we show it on y-axis, on vertical axis, and we call it as y. So on x-axis your independent variable and on y-axis you have dependent variable. After doing this, after covering this part, we will go next. There is one mistake that most of the students may occur. This is the mistake that most of the students do. Whether the independent variable is the function of dependent variable or dependent variable is the function of independent variable. The question is whether independent variable is the function of dependent variable or dependent variable is the function of independent variable. So be very clear, be very simple, be very concise. I will let you know. Dependent variable y is the function of independent variable x. Again, dependent variable is the function of independent variable. Dependent variable is the function of independent variable, and In equation, we express it as y is equal to f into x. Y is equal to f into x. Y is the dependent variable, f is the function, and x is the independent variable. So y is the y dependent variable is the function of independent variable x. So you have three words, then you have two types of regression, and then you have independent variable x on x-axis on horizontal axis, and dependent variable is on y vertical axis, and then the fourth thing is dependent variable is the function of independent variable. Thank you so much. Save this video for your lecture and for your thesis.